Hey guys, this is I'm in a Wheelchair on YouTube, and yes, you guessed it, I'm doing a Dead Rising 3 review. Judging by that footage you just saw of me shooting zombies with a weapon I will not name because it is inappropriate for little children. You can figure it out yourself. So, I thought I would open with that since it's pretty hysterical. Um, anyways, for my first topic, I will speak on the story of Dead Rising 3. Alright, I am done talking like a news reporter, so let's move on. Alright, so, this story. Man, I still sound like that. Anyway, the story in Dead Rising 3 is not very strong. I really wish it was. Like, to be honest, since this game features so many interesting ways to kill zombies and more zombies, I didn't care about the story at all. It's not that the story was great and then I just didn't pay attention to it because I just didn't care. It's not that the story was, you know, really that good. It was actually quite terrible. I didn't care about most of the characters. Like, even some characters died, and I was just like, oh, well, that sucks. You know, it's just not one of those games where it's very story driven, and it never has been. And I feel like, I forget the studio's name, but I feel like they tried to make this game like make you care about the people, and it just didn't work all that well. There was a couple characters I did care about, but I won't go into that. But overall, the story wasn't that great. It wasn't that strong. But where the game makes up for it is obviously in the gameplay and the weapons and the weapon combos, vehicle combos, everything from there. So that's my next topic. The gameplay. Alright, so the gameplay features a ton of weapons. And there's no joke about that. There's weapons from lightsabers to axes to sniper rifles to machine guns to flamethrowers to boards to cones to bears to lions, tigers. Oh my! No, there's really not lions or tigers, but there are bears, stuffed bears to be exact. There's actually one stuffed bear where you throw it on somebody's face and it sticks to it and it's like, hello, hug, give me a hug, yay! And it's like, it's pretty funny. So, yeah, it was a pretty laughable time. So the weapons are very unique. There are different ways to go about making different weapons. You can combine weapons together, which are called weapon combos. There are so many weapon combos, I will not name them all, but there are a few named the Defiler, a lightsaber. Yes, I said it, a lightsaber. It's not called that in the game. I believe it's called a laser sword, but it's the same thing. There's a whole bunch of weapons. And I'm showing you guys footage of that now in different montages of different combos and everything else you can do in the game. So basically, whenever there's a weapon combo, like a blueprint, you have to pick up the blueprint to make the weapon. And you're like, oh man, you mean I can't just combine the weapon together and it'll just make the blueprint for me? No, you have to find the weapon blueprint, I am sorry, to make the weapon. But the good thing is, every weapon blueprint you find, there's usually the items required to make that specific weapon. For example, you find a blueprint for the lightsaber or laser sword or whatever you want to call it for copyright issues. The items are right there in front of you, usually in front of that blueprint, or near the blueprint, I should say. So what that requires is the diamonds plus flashlight. That is how you make the laser sword. And there's also these orange weapon combo upgrades, which adds on to that current combo weapon you just created. So it'll go beyond that. So there's different ways to make different and various weapons. Now, the cool thing about this too is that every item you pick up and you can drop it, you pick it up, it's in your inventory for your storage lockers that you unlock by clearing safe houses, which isn't typically that hard to find. Everything is from your map, on your map, and you can set waypoints to that place to get to that safe house. Safe houses are very, very useful. Every weapon you find in the game, it's yours to keep. Every combo you make is yours to keep. And you have a certain amount of items you can carry, but the game lets you level up to be able to hold on to more things in your inventory. The other nice thing is that you can create weapons and different things on the fly, on the go, because Nick is the main character in the game, and he's a mechanic, so he can do this. He can find whatever he finds in the game and make it. So I guess that's the reasoning for that. So no longer do you have to go to stupid workbenches and create weapons just in that area, because that can be a pain, especially when there's zombies around you trying to kill you at the same time. So yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that make this game way better than the other ones. It's it's not a perfect game, but it's pretty close, I would say. But anyway, moving on to the the vehicle combos, which can be from a motorcycle plus a steamroller equals roller hog, or fireworks truck plus a forklift equals I forget what it's called actually. But anyway, you can impale your zombie friends, or not zombie friends, but zombie enemies, and shoot fireworks at them and boost with fireworks at the same time too. So my favorite vehicle combo is the roller hog, because you can just annihilate so many zombies with the thing and light them on fire. Yay! So yeah, this game has a lot of fun ways to kill zombies, and I love it. So I talked about the storage lockers. The leveling up system is that of an RPG type thing. You level up, you get PP points, which I hate saying PP because it's we're older, but still PP just sounds immature. It's called prestige points. So you get prestige points, because I don't want to say the other one because it just sounds ridiculous. PP points, yay! It's like, ooh, woo. But anyway, you get personal points. Prestige points, and when you get prestige points, you level up. You unlock more moves, and by moves, I mean kung fu fighting. Basically, you can rip zombies' heads off. You can whirl them around and throw them, and you can pull out their intestines. And this is only achieved when you get a certain amount of a combo. When you keep killing zombies. Like let's say you kill 10 zombies in a row. You push YB and it does a you go into an interaction, and you have to push a certain button to make this certain type of finishing move. You can do this barehanded when you get strong enough. You can learn the elbow drop, the knee drop, the flip flop. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, there's different weapon finishing moves, like with the shotgun, with the defiler, with the electric hammer, or something along those lines. There's just so many different finishing moves for different weapons and your character yourself. So you level up, you make yourself get more health, get more weapons durability, vehicle durability, and there's also magazines you can pick up in the game that give you perks for those things, like weapons durability and vehicle durability at the same time, faster weapon making, and all that kind of stuff. So this game really does try to make itself interesting. in the gameplay. I like it. It's one of my favorite Xbox One games so far. And yes, I know it's an exclusive, but it really is one of my favorite games because I like zombies. If you like zombies, you should like this game. If you say you like zombies and don't like this game, well, you're stupid. And I'm going to call out one of my friends on this, Tyler, what's his face? Because I don't know his last name because I can't pronounce it right. It's probably just Snyder or something weird. I don't know. But he sold this game. And guess what? He didn't even beat it. He said he got bored. Bored? Look at this clip! And yes, that was me killing thousands of zombies at one time with a lightsaber, which is one of my points I will get to later. But anyway, moving on to my next point. Boss battles. Boom, bada bing. These boss battles are too easy and they suck. And there's some boss battles that are too hard and it didn't make sense. And I wanted to throw my controller at the TV. So yeah, the boss battles are way too easy. And there's voice commands that you can shout at the bosses, like, "Oh, you're crazy!" And they'll go into that sequence where you push YB again. You grab them, you beat them up, ba 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 ba, and it makes them go down faster. But later in the game, there's this gun called the Czar, which is I think it's mainly any type of, well, not any type, but it's like an assault rifle plus shotgun, I think. But basically, when you upgrade your person enough, you get these other things that are perks that, whether or not the vehicle is the right vehicle, if you combine any gun together, you can make the Czar. Or same with vehicles. So they have to be in the same category, I think. So anyway, moving on. Since the boss battles suck, it just makes you look like an idiot when you're shouting at them. You're crazy! No, you're crazy, dude. You're yelling at the TV screen. That's how I felt. So moving on from that, the graphics. Okay. Before you guys complain and say, "Oh, this game's in 720 30 frames a second! It sucks!" Not really. The game didn't look that bad. I have a 50 1-inch plasma screen, and I didn't see that many I don't even know if I saw any edges or problems. And the graphics are good enough, you know, to not like good enough, like, oh man, they're good enough. Like, they are good, you know, regardless of if it's 720, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, I believe that games should be in 1080p at least, especially on these next-gen consoles, but come on. Don't just criticize a game over the resolution. Like, you know, before it was all about, oh, graphics, and now it's just resolution, frame rate. Shut up. Okay? I get it. The Xbox One is not as good as the PlayStation 4 when it comes to this kind of stuff. But there are some games that are in 1080p, and I know there's not A lot of them, and most of them are racing games, but whatever. I'm not trying to defend the Xbox One like every 5 seconds, and I'm tired of it. The Xbox One is a fine system, and so is the PlayStation 4. Can we just grow up and get along about this topic? Anyway, moving on. The game does run at 720p, and it does run at 30 frames a second. And you know, the eye really only needs to see 30 frames. So the whole frame rate issue is stupid. I agree with the resolution. I think all games should be in 1080p at this point because it's standard. But moving on. Graphics are fine. Yes, they could be better, but they're pretty good. And these games will get better as it goes on. Look at the 360 and where it was when it first started. I'm gonna imagine that these games are gonna get 10 times, maybe even 100 times better than the 360 ever did. So, quit complaining. Anyway, I'm done with that spiel. Next gen features. Next gen features go from the Kinect. Alright, the Kinect. Voice commands, stupid. So that's out the window. But the controller, you can nudge the controller, like shove the controller, like not crazy, like don't just be like, get off me and throw your controller through the TV. Don't do that. That's not good. But you just nudge it, enough force to be like, okay, get off me, zombie. Like, I found this feature to be quite useful because trying to use the button mashing to get zombies off you is tedious, and it saved me so many times when it worked, and it worked 100% of the time actually. I think either 100% or 95%. And if it was slim, it was not a very slim chance that you would get eaten because it worked like most of the time. So yeah, when I didn't have the Kinect plugged in because there was too many people in the room, trying to button mash zombies off you was hard. So I think the other next gen features were no, I think that's it. Just navigating the menus and with your voice is pretty much it. And I think that's all I have for the main review. So let's go on to the pros. Zombies, zombies, and more zombies. So many zombies on screen, like I'm talking thousands. Graphics improvement. How? The graphics did improve from Dead Rising 1 to Dead Rising 2 to Dead Rising 3. Funny weapon combos and ways to kill zombies. So, funny ways to kill zombies, cool ways to kill zombies, and cool weapon combos. Where can you go wrong? Apparently with my friend Tyler, because he hated this game. I'm still picking on him, and I'm going to make him watch this video, by the way. He should not have gotten rid of that game. Oh my gosh. He needs to get hit on the head. 4. Level up system. I thought it was very useful, and by the end of the game, you're pretty much uber powerful. 5. Pushing controller away from you, not throwing it like some people would, to get zombies off of you is effective. Number 6, weapon storage lockers. Every time you pick up a weapon, you save it in your storage locker. That goes with items too, so your combos, everything, like I said before, gets saved. Cons. Story wasn't compelling. Not much there. There was a couple of surprises that I liked, but story was just bleh. So it does get minus points for that, but it doesn't hurt it too much because the gameplay just makes up for it. Bosses are too simple. Yeah, they really should have worked on a lot of these bosses. It was not hard. The other con, which I didn't touch on too much, are too many roadblocks. So you'd have you'd be like driving along, bonk, roadblock, ah! And the taunts again are stupid. So I give this game a 9 out of 11 to a -1 scale.